So in this video we're going to do a mod on the long shot that we were telling us about using the 3" and the 1/2" pipe. So yeah, we're going to use a glue gun.
Hi, I'm Axel Shane. I'm going to be a new addition to this crew, and I'm not very familiar with this stuff, so I'll give it to Elias, which is also known as Blacklight.
Hey, first step for modding a long shot obviously is opening it up. Fortunately, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. So, it obviously has the bolt, or the cocking handle, and the stock, which prevents it from being opened. So first you need to take care of this. This can just be unscrewed, but this, you need either something like this, anything that's really a screwdriver, doesn't have to be a screwdriver, anything flat on the end, or something like that. This is more common than this, obviously. And just pry it off, and it should come off really easily. And I would suggest, this thing used to be on there, there's screws, unscrew that, because it's easier to do what we're going to do for this mod with, without that piece. And just to let you know, I don't know if you don't know, this is going to be a 4-grit mod, so we're going to need to do a bunch of stuff to it. So we'll get back to you when it's unscrewed. The first step after unscrewing is taking out all the pieces that are right here, because they're just locks and stuff. Nobody likes locks. This piece, take that out too. Don't really know where they come from. Take this thing out just because no one likes the door. You want to just be able to see it in there, you know what I'm talking about? So that's the first step of unscrewing. This step is kind of hard. You might want to use something other than scissors. This thing should be in here around that. Cut or saw until you can do this, and just slide around the thing and get this off, because I'm pretty sure this is a lock, so you don't need that.
Okay, so we screwed it back together, took off the 4-grit pain, and we're not gonna put this on yet, but we will. And we took that part off so you can see what happens. And it shoots. It works. So
Put it back together right, for once.
Yeah, for once in my life.
Okay, for this part you can put anything in here that fits well with the long shot. And by the way, yes, we screwed this up, and on the inside there's just some screws. You'll obviously be able to tell which one's unscrew. You unscrew it, and then the leg should come right off, along with two pieces, a piece that looks like this, and a piece that looks like that. So, and there's 3 screws. That's all you need to do. So it's really simple. This, all you need to do is anything that fits, and you'll see that this fits. It's just really tight. But that's a good thing. See, it won't be able to move at all once this is attached. So it won't go forward, because you know the long shot, the stock on a long shot is crappy. I don't know if you know that. It is, because it goes forward all the time. It's annoying. So they should prevent that.
Hi, it's the next day. So we just cut off these 2 parts right here, and these 2 little nubs came off right around there somewhere, so we can fit this 3" pipe right there. We also cut this, which is the front attachment of the long shot barrel, and we cut this into 2 of these, and we also have these 2 1/2" pipe that we're going to put right here, and right here, so it primes from the front of the gun. So yeah.
Okay, so we just put the small piece, which is from the front barrel, which is what you need first. I'd suggest putting that on first. First, you can see this little crease. It's right directly underneath that. That's where I suggest putting it, because it aligns perfectly with this. And yes, we're doing the side first because it's easier. And then until it's up, and then you kind of circle around a couple times just so it stays on. Then you hot glue that in place just for extra safety. And then we're going to duct tape it, but we wanted to show you that first. And the super glue we use, you can really use any super glue of choice. But we use E6000. I personally really like it. Only problem is it gets really dry on the cap. So yeah. Okay guys, so what you want to do is have your pipe, your 1/2" CPVC, if that's what it is, just in case you forgot. I don't know if we've even said it in this video, so there you go. It should run from about here to directly onto there. It can be a little shorter, a little longer. You can shave it off if you want it to be perfect. Just don't make it like 5 inches off the other one, because that looks completely retarded. I'm sorry, it really does. And then Just, you can do more than this. All we did is one layer for now, just to keep it in place. We might overdo it later, because we just love duct tape. So then repeat it on the other side before attaching the foreground, which is this.
So, next step is gluing this piece to this thing, and also on the other side, so it's on both sides. And we're gonna hot glue, super glue on whatever we have. So yeah.
By the way, before you do we're gonna attach the handles, I suggest, at least, like, this isn't permanent until you're done attaching it to the handles, putting duct tape on, attaching this to there, or anything that's not permanent that you can easily take off. Like, see how bad of a job this is, it'll be easy to take off. The only reason we're doing this is because we don't want this to move forward and, like, disrupt all the glue we're putting there. So it's actually a really good step. Okay, so we had a kind of bad incident where, since we didn't have this duct tape all around this handle to keep it in place and stuff like that, or not just to keep it in place, but that also helps it do that, all this hot glue, or not hot glue, super glue, dripped everywhere, because hot glue doesn't really drip very well, so that's what's good about it. But it went everywhere. It got in, like, into the crack. We had to take everything apart, get rid of all our hot glue right there, rip it apart, and try to clean it as best we could. That's why it's all dirty looking. So I suggest putting that around and just trying to get it off after. It may be hard, but it's worth it. It makes it a ton easier, and then we'll show you the finished product later.
Okay, so this is the finished product without the foregrip. You can caulk it, it's still a little bit wet, so we're not gonna caulk it too much. And yeah, it was a pain because we had to duct tape this so much.
Oh yeah, and we had a problem with the handle, and I'll talk about that because it was sort of my fault.
Like, look, that's demented.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's different. Here, you can have this.
Yeah.
I'll take this. Oh, it's on your wrist?
Yeah.
Fine, be that way.
So anyway, the problem with this thing was, I stupidly primed it from up here, and when I pulled forward, it came loose of this, which really sucked, because it takes a while, because you have to make sure it doesn't drip, quickly wrap it around. It's just really frustrating. So that was sort of the problem. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so Blacklight here, super glued in that little round place, and now I'm going to force hot glue down there.
Oh yeah, and by the way, there's duct tape in there. It comes out and in between, and then out again. It's hard to explain. And then we're filling that with hot glue and super glue to keep it in place.
Can you flip this over?
Yes, I can.
Over the light with the tissue hanging off. Okay.
It's fine, we'll get rid of it later.
Okay, hold it here, and hot glue time, alright?
And we'll get back to you when we're finished.
Okay, so finally we finished it. I'm not gonna prime it from up here because it's still drying, but it still moves, thank God. And we had a major failure where because we moved these up, so the handle was hitting up against it, so we couldn't go all the way back, so we had to rip the whole thing off and redo it like 10 times, and it was really annoying. But we chopped this off, and as you can see, we chopped off the rails. Don't know which way they go. I think they go this way. Yeah, we chopped off the rails, and yeah.
The reason, I don't know if we said this, but we're gonna need to chop this off to bring this back, and we're gonna do that until we move this up before that, and we didn't realize it was gonna stop it, so that kind of really sucked, like he said. So we didn't need to chop that because look how much forward this is. This is where the tube ends. I don't care how bad it looks, it works, okay? And let's see, oh yeah, and I took out a piece. We kind of lost it, but it's another lock besides the one that's right about here in the gun. It's kind of right near here. If you take it out, I'm pretty sure it's that. It could have been one other thing, because I took out two things, but one of them was really small, so that was it. Sorry, I didn't notice I took it out until the end. I just didn't put it back in. But look. You can keep on priming it as many times as you want. See? And it still fires. I think that's pretty cool.